today we are going to be exposing the worst trading company ever. Well, this is a bit shady to say. One of our mentees is one of their mentors. So when their mentors are still needing to be mentored, something's wrong there. What I can tell you is they are one of, if not the leading education company, and by leading I just mean largest. One of the signs of a bad company is when you're part of a mentorship program and it's not small group or one-to-one, it's mass.
Okay, so they get loads of people in, and
Yeah.
what is the training program like?
If you're lacking that integrity in your own company, then there's automatically a problem. That makes you one of the worst providers in my perception. Hello and welcome to the STARTrading podcast with me, Lewis.
And me, Sophie.
And today we are going to be exposing the worst trading company ever. I know, drama.
I can't wait to hear about them.
Before we talk about them, how's your week been?
Good, a bit chaotic. It's Easter holidays, so I'm just juggling work,
Kids, all of it.
everything. Yeah. Walked here from Waterloo for a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
And I was like, this smells really bad. Like I could smell drainage, or like we were just talking about this, but I could just smell like
Thanks for
really
sharing.
bad
Yeah.
smells. And I was like, oh, London. But then 10 minutes later, I got another. I could smell it again.
Was it you?
I was like, is it me? But no, I think it's just London.
Yeah.
It's nice to come back. I live in Dorset now, but it's nice to come back
Yeah.
every so often and enjoy the city.
Yeah. The smells, the sights.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, I've been recovering from a bit of jet lag last week, so came back from New York, which was amazing. Friend's birthday,
Amazing.
so went over for that. They they actually have an apartment in New York, and then they have like a nice house out in the country, so we went and stayed in the country, which was lovely. But they are drinkers, and I'm trying to drink less, but I did not manage to do that week. So yeah, definitely a week of fish and rice and no alcohol for me.
I drink a lot less now. Like
Yeah.
I just can't deal with it anymore.
Yeah, my body can't handle it.
Yeah.
Really can't.
I just do it on special occasions now.
Yeah.
And I like a Kir Royale. Do you know Kir
Ooh,
Royale?
yeah.
What's your drink of choice?
Well, because I'm on a weight loss journey, I now drink vodka and soda water. And it's actually brilliant because it hydrates you. You get a little bit of a buzz. I get no hangover because I'm constantly hydrating the whole way through. So if I'm going to go out and have a few drinks with friends, that's now what I will drink.
Okay.
If I hit the beer, I do love my wine, but if I'm hitting the wine, it's just no-go. It's just bad for me. Yeah, can't cope with it. Anyway, this isn't a drinking podcast. Although you recommended to me ages a podcast about drinking by Huberman.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
That'll put you off.
That'll put you right off.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I do recommend that one.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have him as a guest one day.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be
Andrew
cool.
Huberman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll send him a message.
Okay.
So yes, the worst trading company in the world.
Yeah. Why are we talking about this?
I don't know. I just think it's a great topic. But also partly because we want to keep people safe. So we've got a couple of episodes coming up on the podcast which are about keeping people safe. This is one of them. So you need to know what bad looks like so you can know what good looks like when you're looking for an education company like STARTrading, they're fabulous. And then also we're going to be doing an episode on how it is you can avoid being scammed, because let's just call a spade a spade. There is a lot of scams out there, particularly in the finance world. So we want to make sure people are staying safe. It's really, really important. So we're going to have an episode on that too. So I can't, for legal reasons, drop said company. So what I'm going to talk about is general principles of what makes a bad education company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you must have seen a lot of people go through this.
Yes, yeah, I have done, unfortunately. And it's really infuriating when we work very, very hard at STARTrading to not only give a fantastic experience and build a wonderful community, but to give really top quality, world-class training and support as well. So when you see people who find somebody else to do that training, you hope that they're going to be good. And they're not all bad. I can't say they're all bad. I mean, I learned from a company myself back in the day, 10 years ago. So there is some good people out there, but there is a lot of rubbish out there too.
Yeah.
So I just want people to stay safe.
Okay, so we can't say who it is.
No. What I can
what do
tell
they
you
do? Tell us.
is they are one of, if not the leading education company, and by leading I just mean largest.
Right.
Which I think sometimes is a bit of a problem, right? Because when you get to a certain size, it is hard to maintain quality. And if people get involved who are very corporately minded rather than community minded, it becomes about money. It doesn't become about necessarily helping people. So one of the signs of a bad company is when you're part of a mentorship program and it's not small groups or one-to-one, it's mass. So if you're in a group of 10 people or 20 people on a mentorship session, how is that a mentorship? That's just a classroom. We cap ours to 4 people maximum, and most of the time there's not even that many people in them, because we want to maintain the quality, maintain the value, and make sure you're actually being mentored and being given the support you deserve.
Okay, so they get loads of people in, and
Yeah.
what is the training program like? Do you know?
Well, I can tell you the results. So, well, this is a bit shady to say.
Why?
I don't know if I should say it.
Say it.
Well, said largest provider in the UK, we have on our mentorship student body, one of our mentees is one of their mentors. So when their mentors are still needing to be mentored, something's wrong there.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's an interesting dynamic. So I'm not going to name names, but that was very surprising to me, like genuinely surprising. I was like, oh, and I was like, why are you here? Because they actually needed to learn how to trade for themselves, and what they were teaching wasn't working for them.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, which is a bit scary, right? Yeah, which is partly why all of our mentors have to have been mentees and have to be trading successfully. For me, that's an issue of integrity.
Yeah.
And that if you're lacking that integrity in your own company, then there's automatically a problem. That makes you one of the worst providers in my perception.
And do you know what they charge, or what people actually, get afterwards?
So I'm going to talk about again conceptually what makes people the worst. So what a lot of these other educators will do is not really educate. They'll be trying to shovel you some product, and that product will be some form of charting software that you've got to pay for, some AI. One of my biggest frustrations is one of the leading, and I will not name names, educators out there is pushing an AI analysis tool. It's not AI. It's been around for many, many years before AI. He's just now branding it as AI because AI is the popular thing. Yeah. Needless to say, AI doesn't work in trading for very long. It then needs human interaction and intervention. Yeah. So just learn to do it for yourself anyway. So they'll be peddling some form of product. They will not really give you on the mentorship a actual provision for how to do it. It's still very conceptual. There's not good quality feedback. There isn't any form of community. That one is always a bit of a problem for me, because why are you trying to keep people separate if what you're doing is really good? And that's why I love STARTrading, because we're very much together in community. One thing I think people should also check and be aware of is not necessarily track record, but what are their reviews like? So do they have Trustpilot? What do they look like? The only problem with reviews is people can actually pay for reviews, so that can be a bit misleading. But do they have the right vibe check for you? Ask the question before you go with anyone: how big are your group sizes when you're doing mentorships? What does that actually look like? And be really, really clear on what they're expected to do as well as what you're expected to do too.
I must say, when I was delving into the world of trading, I found a few people and I was like, oh, maybe they've got some kind of community going on. They're all on Instagram or whatever. And they're like, join my community. It's free. I'll give you loads of top tips, loads of my knowledge and expertise. And look at, how glamorous I am, what life I'm living. And then you make an inquiry and they're like, okay, if you want to join my community, which is free, you first have to sign up with my broker, or you have to sign up with this software. And obviously they're making a commission off that. So they're not really in it for the community or the knowledge or anything like that. They're in it for the kickback, like referral. Yeah. It's just a numbers game for them, isn't it?
Yeah, completely. So as my dad always says, there's no such thing as a free lunch, and you tend to get what you pay for. The problem with some of the larger companies is you pay a lot and don't get a lot. So you just have to be careful of that. And I think another sign of a really poor trading company would be where they're not actually empowering you, they're making you reliant. And what I mean by that is, if you're going to a community that is focused all around signals and having to copy signals and copy trade and this and that and blah blah blah, you have zero empowerment, you have zero skill set. What we're trying to do at STARTrading is empower and give you a skill set that becomes yours. Yes, it's our knowledge, yes, it's our methodology, but once you've mastered it, you know exactly what you're doing. In the same way that a car driving instructor will teach you his skill set or her skill set, and we'll teach you their skill set, and then it becomes yours because you've mastered the skill. That's exactly what we're trying to do at STARTrading. We're trying to have you master a skill set so that you can use compound interest, double your money in 12 months, do it tax-free in the UK, and make the lifestyle that you want for the rest of your life without having to be reliant on anybody else. So if the trading company isn't about you being empowered with a skill set and you always have to use their software or use this or use that, I would question how legit it actually is. Or maybe it is legit and it works, but is it actually what you want to be reliant on somebody else for the rest of your life? Because I always say to people, if you want to learn how to trade, do it, brilliant, learn the skill set, whether that's with us or whether that's with somebody else, but learn the skill set. Because if you're with us in STARTrading, I know if I get hit by a bus and die tomorrow, everybody that we've taught will still be able to trade. Nothing will change from that perspective. They would still have the skill set. So it's really, really important to me that if you are picking an education company, that you pick a company that is going to actually teach you and actually empower you without reliance on this or that or whatever. And by the way, we don't get any commission from the brokers we recommend, which I'm maybe missing a trick there.
Yeah. No, that's amazing. So I'm so glad I found STARTrading. Yeah. I'm sure everyone else is too.
Yeah.
But if they're still feeling cynical, what's the list of questions that they should direct at you or the 5 other trading companies they are looking at? You've mentioned a few, but just to summarise.
Yeah, I think questions are really good, but I think check them out as best as you possibly can. And this is partly why we do Forex in 5, because it gives people 5 nights of actual training and mentorship. Okay, yes, that is group context, but it's £20. Come on, like we can't do one-on-one for £20. We're not a charity at this stage, we're a business. So come along to something like that with all of these companies and see who you resonate the best with. We are not for everybody, and I make no bones about that, because we will say no to people if we don't think they're a good fit for the community. We've done it before multiple times. I'm sure we'll do it again. So get to know them in some capacity. Spend time in their free stuff. Come along to their lower end events, even if that's £100 to figure out if you want to spend more than that with these people is totally worth it. Even £500 or £1,000 is worth it to figure that out. So I think that's a really good thing to do. Questions you could ask them is what are the hidden costs? So will I have to pay for charting software? Will I have to pay for an analysis tool? You can ask them if they get a commission from their broker as well if you want to. For me, I'm not really bothered if they do or don't, as long as they're kind of upfront about it, they're honest about it. Like, I don't have an affiliate agreement with the brokers we recommend. If I did, why would that actually change? I'm still going to recommend the same person. So I don't really mind too much about that. Are they just copy trading? This is actually a really big one. Are they actually just a network marketing company? That's a big one. That's a terrible place to go. If you want to learn to trade, do not go to a network marketing company about trading.
What? How does that even work?
It doesn't work, because what ultimately you're doing in a network marketing thing. I'm not against network marketing in general, like for products and things like that, but when it comes to financial skills and services, I've never seen it actually be good. So the people who've been through them say the training is terrible, and it's probably intentionally terrible because they don't want you to be able to do it for yourself. They want you to bring other people in, because that's how they make their money in network marketing, is by bringing more people in. So do not do the network marketing thing. Avoid that. So ask them the question, is that what they are, or are they actually teaching you a skill set? Now, all the network marketers will say, oh no, we are teaching you a skill set. Let me tell you, let me save you the hassle. It's terrible training.
There we are.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's really good. I think it's all about research, isn't it? And the things you don't know what you don't know, right?
Yeah.
And they're all saying, look how much money you can make. We can do it for you. You can copy me. It's easy. It must be really tempting for some people to go, oh, I'll give them a few quid and they'll make me millions.
Yeah.
But have a reality check and a vibe check, like you said. And it's all about know, like, and trust at the end of the day, isn't it? Yeah,
exactly. So just check out as much of their stuff as you possibly can. Make sure they actually do what they say. If they say they've got a community, then are they even going on holiday with their community like we do? Like,
are they going to Fight Club?
Are they going to Fight Club, Flight Club, whatever it is, wherever we're going? But are they actually doing those types of things?
Yeah.
Because if they're not, and if they're just doing glossy meetups at a hotel, not quite the same as actually being part of a community, is it? It's just all for the camera. Whereas we invite people to our home. and have them come and party at our house. Slightly different. I don't know anybody else that does that. So yeah, and just ask them what their guarantees are as well, because no one can guarantee that you're going to make money, but if they are guaranteeing that, then they shouldn't be, and they can't do, so that's also a red flag. But they should have some form of guarantee. So what guarantees do they offer? We've got 3 main guarantees in STARTrading. I may as well tell you them. Number 1 is that if you follow our risk process, so our money management system, you're never going to blow an entire account. It's mathematically impossible, so you can't lose all your money. Number 2 is that we will work with you until the end of your mentorship. The goal of your mentorship is achieved. Whether that is 2 months, whether that's 3 months, 6 months, we will continue to work with you until that happens. And there's a third one. Oh yeah, so no one else offers this one. So the third one is if by the end of your first 10 live trades, if those 10 live trades meet all of our criteria and you've not made 10% growth and you've followed our process to the letter, then we will gift you the capital to bring your account up by 10%. So it's literally zero risk.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Love it.
No one else offers that. That's how confident we are in what we do and how we do it.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah. I should probably talk about that more.
Yeah. We should talk about everything more, because it is really, really drastically different from everyone else. Yeah. So you should shout about it.
Yeah.
Do you feel a bit orcs shouting about
100%,
it?
yeah.
Do you?
I mean, I am a Leo and I do like to be the centre of attention, but it sometimes feels like bragging. But it is the community for me, which is the factor. I mean, yes, our training is world class and we've improved it. Every single month we improve it. Every time we have someone do the mentorship, we ask for feedback and we improve it based off that feedback. And we've been doing that for 4 years. So 4 years worth of gradual improvement every single month makes a massive difference. Yeah. And I love that.
Well, when you feel cringy about bragging, think about all these people going to these terrible trading companies and just think about rescuing them, being like, no, actually, we will teach you properly. We will help you properly. Yeah.
And that's, so, another one. So just a little mind trigger of something which makes a bad company. They don't do step-by-step learning. They give you everything in one go. It's a terrible way for people to learn. It's actually just not serving them whatsoever. So there's another one, been around the block for a long time, does stock, shares, everything, kind of like we do, but differently. But his programs, you just get all of them at the same time. And it's like, well, what do I do now? There's not really a step-by-step process. So another good question to ask is, what is, as a mentee, going to be my step-by-step process? And if they a bit iffy and a bit wishy-washy about that, they don't have a clear process or a clear system. So not only do we in STARTrading have a very, very clear process for trading, we also have a very clear process for our mentorships as well. And that's what we move people through, and that's why we can get people trading confidently and successfully in quite a short period of time.
Love it.
Awesome.
Love it.
Any other questions for me?
I don't think so. What have you got written down?
No, I think that's all good for me.
Yeah. Perfect. So this week in my trading,
yes,
I'm still keen to find trades.
Yeah,
but I'm not rushing. I'm not talking myself into it, because I want to be really good at it. Like, I'm quite a high achiever. I went to Tiffin Girls School, and it's like, you will get high grades. You will. We're all very high achieving. So I'm holding myself back a bit to say, no, you need a perfect, you need it to look beautiful. I've still got Josh in my head, basically, looking at them going, So I'm relaxing a bit this week.
I love that, having an internal mentor in your head. It's a good thing to have with your trading. It really is. I think sometimes with trading, we have to go slow to go far. When you go too fast, it's not actually helpful. So going a little bit slower, taking that kind of pause to think, right, is this really a good trade? And if sometimes the market just isn't giving us those trades, that's okay. We have quiet weeks, we have quiet months, and then it's like buses, they all appear at the same time. So I would definitely wouldn't worry about that. You have to get used to being patient. And if you're not naturally a patient person, it's definitely a skill set you will have to learn with your trading.
Yeah. And the market isn't always consistent with giving you a certain number of trades per day or per week either, is it?
Exactly. Yeah. You have to be consistent by looking at the market, but you can't expect the market to give you an opportunity every single day. It doesn't happen.
Okay. I'll be mindful.
Awesome.
But it's good. Would you like a snack?
I would love a snack.
Yeah?
Yes, please.
Okay.
I'm going to shut my eyes.
See what I've got for you.
What are these? Oh, I love these.
Do you?
Yeah, yeah. Absolutely love bacon rashers.
You're kind of colour coordinating.
I am kind of colour coordinating, yeah. So these are M&S bacon rashers. I love these. Did you ever remember Frazzles?
Yeah.
They were amazing. Absolutely amazing. So I love them. If I'm having like a cheat day watching a movie at home or something,
Yeah.
I'll get these.
Yes.
Yeah, these are brilliant. So love them. I'm going to say surprise is low because they are just crisps.
Mm-hmm.
So low surprise, I'm going to say a 4, but I do love them.
Good.
So 1 for me. They are good.
I loved your happy face when you saw them as well.
They are tasty. I'm going to go with an 8 out of 10 for taste, just because I've had better Frazzle stuff. Like the Frazzles are amazing.
No, this is M&S though.
It is M&S, but they're trying to be. I need the dirt. I need the
grease.
The
Yeah.
grease. I need the chemicals.
Fine.
Yeah, this is the healthy version, but they're very nice. They are very good.
Good.
Perfect for a picnic.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Right, your one. Let me grab that.
Okay.
There we go. Got it.
Oh God.
What do we think of this?
My kids love these.
Oh, really?
And every time they want them, I'm like, no, that is disgusting.
Yeah.
And they're so sour as well.
That's why I'm interested.
It's toxic waste, by the way, if you can't see. Flavour, green, sour candy. An assortment of lime, kiwi, melon, apple and green pear flavour.
That does sound very
Yeah. Have you tried
sharp.
these?
No, I've never tried them.
Okay. Oh,
I should have pre-opened them for you, shouldn't I?
yeah.
Sorry. Oh, there we
Okay.
go. That was easier than the Pez.
Oh.
Oh, they're in like.
Oh
individ-
yeah. They're right. You have to try one.
These are not environmentally friendly, are they?
Just remember
Packaging
how
after
sour
packaging.
they are. I've got an apple. What have you got?
I have got. How do you know what it is?
It says on the packet.
Oh. Then I have got a lime. No, I feel like that's going to be a painful one, isn't it?
Mine is stuck to the packet.
Mine too.
Oh God. Okay, ready?
Mine is
Oh.
half
Oh
packet.
God.
Oh, mine is half packet.
I don't know how. It's making me cry.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Did you see what I mean though?
That is
Ah,
quite. It's like cleaning fluid.
That brought a tear to my eye.
That is like cleaning fluid. I'm kind of liking it though.
Oh, I'm gonna gift that straight back to you.
Don't you want to give it to the kids?
No, it would kill them. I don't know why they like these. Okay, surprise. That was very surprising. I'll go 9. Taste.
Don't need to cry about it, Sophie.
Taste. I can't. That's 0.
Wow.
That's one of the worst things
There you
I've
go.
put in my mouth.
Good to know.
Are you still eating yours?
Yeah, I quite like it.
Really?
Mm.
Do you know I think I've got the mouth of a child. Like I've got a really sensitive mouth. I can't have mint.
Yeah, you don't like mint, do you?
Coffee. Like I just can't
Just
have
doesn't
strong
work.
flavours. So
Yeah.
this just blows my mouth off.
Well, there you have it.
Okay, I'll go and recover from that now.
Awesome. Right. Well, thank you very much for joining us on this episode of the Star Trading Podcast. See you soon.
Bye.